back here. I will be back here, and I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Trey Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Trey Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
Feels great, baby.
Oh boy. Gold-blooded puppy cunt nation faithful.
Oh, I can hear it in your voice. You're back. You're on my train. The whole fan base is on my train.
Hold on.
The whole fan base. Is the whole San Francisco 49er fan base following my lead?
Hold on. Is there somebody talking during my intro? What is this? All of a sudden,
is the entire San Francisco 49ers fan base, including everyone that told us that we needed to go to Trey Lance, and everyone told us the season's over, and everyone told us Kyle Shanahan doesn't know how to coach, and everyone told us this team is terrible, and we're not going to the playoffs, and we've 4 straight years, we're not going to... What happened, baby boys? All of the fan base. The whole fan base. Get in line behind me, you cocksuckers, because I've been here the whole fucking time. In fact, I think I got in a fight with a listener about not watching any more games this year.
Well, as happy as you are with what's going on, I'm happy about what's going on right here tonight. I was going to tease that, but hey, I welcome anybody that doesn't leave me hanging during the intro. Takes a little heat off me.
I want to find one person that emailed and supported me during the first 7 to 8 games of this fucking season. All of you fucking cunts bailed.
It was really,
Everyone bailed. Everyone was a fucking crybaby, a pouty baby every week. Where, the team sucks. Where, I'm a fucking baby. Where.
Listen, hey.
Where is everybody now? Where's everybody now?
We're not
in
there.
Fucking line behind me. You all start at second place behind me.
We're not.
Number 1, San Francisco football 49er fucking fan right here.
Well, there might be one person.
Who? Yeah. Oh, it's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret surprise.
It's a secret surprise. So, what we're going to say is...
If you can't tell, I'm fucking fired up.
Bob we set it up in absolute silence, and we fucking hit go, and this guy fucking jumps down my throat, so.
I'm ready to tackle the fucking mailman right now. If he's got a fucking Seattle Seahawks jersey on, I'll tell you that right now.
I wasn't expecting any of this. I'm taken aback. So
I got a friend whose child just made national.
I know exactly what you're going to tell me.
And it makes me so fucking sad.
I want to support it
that I
so
have to
bad.
support his child, and his child has a goddamn Seahawks logo shaved into his head right now.
Right, so
I feel so bad.
A friend of Rob's, who I am an acquaintance of, his child plays Pop Warner football, which is like the Little League of football up here in Connecticut, and he plays for a local team here who has Seahawks. That's their mascot, and it's just frustrating because they're doing really well. They're going to the national championship in their age range or whatever it is, and it's wonderful as it is to see children do well. It's frustrating why aren't they the fucking
anything
the 49ers?
Even if they were like the Wildcats, like not even a fucking...
That's what they should be.
Yeah,
like they should be they should be the Knicks. They should pick fucking basketball teams. All right, so real quick before Rob gets into injuries, it's going to be a pretty fucking special and groundbreaking episode of the Gold Blooded Podcast tonight. What we're going to say...
Most of you probably skip this one and go to episode 2 because of the emails and the stick around.
Yeah, this is going to be the episode that might change things. So Rob and I... had been thinking, what without Curran, what could we do to kind of mix things up a little bit? Not that Curran really stirs the sauce, but what could we do? And we came across, we had a little brainstorm, and kind of Curran was the answer. So we're gonna do a little replacement tonight, and we're gonna bring somebody in, and we're gonna bring people in on a more frequent basis. Would you say?
Sure.
But
we have Deebo Samuel lined up for next week.
Right, Deebo's coming in next week. We got George Kittle after that. But there was really only one place we could start, and we'll go down that road in about 15 minutes. So let's let Rob do what he does, and then we'll open that door.
All right. So before the game, it was trending towards Elijah Mitchell playing. I think they knew all along he was going to play. I think Kyle Shanahan played his little trick of, we're not going to decide until Saturday just to make everybody wait. Elijah Mitchell did play, though. Elijah Mitchell is a fucking beast.
He's something. I mean, he's good.
I got something for you. I'm going to save it, though.
Okay.
Dre Greenlaw with the groin, he did play this week. Mm-hmm. JaMychal Hasty with the knee did not play. And D Ford with the neck did not play. During the game, Trey Sermon rolled his ankle. He's going to miss some time. He'll probably be on short-term IR. Dre Greenlaw... I don't know what the term they used, but he did hurt his groin again. He re-injured it, aggravated it. But he was listed as day-to-day with more testing. It's always scary when they go out of a game with the same injury they're coming back from.
Yeah, that's never good. But
day-to-day is weird because they said Sermon's going to miss time. They said the rest of the stuff I'm about to tell you. So it's weird they said day-to-day. So maybe it was just uncomfortable. Deebo Samuel... with the groin strain after his MRI, it's a mild groin strain. He will definitely not play this week. We're probably looking at 1 to 2 weeks without Deebo. All-Pro Freddie has a hamstring strain. He's expected to miss this week and should be back for next week against the Bengals.
I would hope we could get Deebo back because that Bengals game is shaping up to be a banger.
When I hear expected to miss this week, but we could have back for next week on Fred, I feel like that means there's a chance he plays this week.
If it was George, I would definitely feel that way.
I feel,
you know what I mean?
I disagree because Fred has never missed a game.
Right, I hear you on that. Yeah.
So I'm leery of Shanahan's injury reporting. Let's just say that.
Okay, fair enough.
Marcel Harris left the game to be evaluated for a concussion, which it was complete and utter bullshit. First of all, because he took a big hit, and they said he looked wobbly and needed to be checked. But they didn't pull him off the field until after about a 5-minute commercial break. So then they pull him off the field as we're about to start our plays. So then he misses a whole fucking set of downs instead of them doing it during the 5 minutes of fucking compute. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But here's the best part. They cleared him to return to the game. And then on Monday, he was experiencing concussion-like symptoms, and he's now back in the concussion protocol. So way to go, NFL. Great job. Really knocked that one out of the park.
How do they fuck that up still?
They're morons.
Don't they have independent people doing the concussion evaluations?
They're morons.
Okay.
All of them. They're morons. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
They should hire
If
us.
a guy was like visually wobbly,
right?
I don't care what your tests say. He's got to sit for a few.
You're out, bud.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm no PhD, but I think I know when is enough.
Yeah.
Because what's fucking scary is you put a guy out there either who's not all there or maybe he is there, but he's still coming off a brutal head fucking shot. Right. Then to go maybe get another one, that's when the damage is done. I would believe when you're in a weakened state.
So I don't think Baby Boy even knows this.
He probably doesn't. So the final score to this game was, I got you though, 34-26. The 49ers won. It was a wild-ass third quarter. I'll put it to you that way. We're going to get into that. But as far as the predictions go, fucking Curran, that filthy cuck, he won with a score. He predicted 24-23, which was only a total of 13 points off. I was close. I was right behind that dick sniffer. I was 15 points off, and followed by 19 by C. Jitty, and Bob was not close with 29. So for the overall standings for the year, the listeners have 3, Daddy's got 2, Curran's got 1, and Bob has 0. I think what we're going to do right now, Bob, is I'm going to do the particulars right now. Get that out of the way so we don't have that later. All right, everybody, throwing a total screwball at you here. This is the Gold-Blooded Podcast. If you hear something, see something during the Niner game, you want to reach out, talk to us on any level, the best way is to email us, goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. You could leave a voicemail there. You could do whatever. However is the best way for you to communicate to us. Hit us up there. We have an Instagram. Michael Curran posts some things over there. I frequently and oddly post some things about my life. So yeah, that is Gold-Blooded Podcast, one word. Yo, for those of you that have been with us a few years, you've heard us talk many a time about doing t-shirts. Well, we finally did those fucking t-shirts. Goldbloodedpodcast.bigcartel.com. Since the t-shirts have been for sale, the 49ers have not lost a game. So they will continue to be for sale as long as I keep selling them. So get on it. The other thing you could do that doesn't cost any money at all is give us a review. You go to however you listen. You listen Stitcher, podcast app, Podbean, YouTube,
Ham radio,
Prodigy, AM, FM, whatever it is. You go to their,
bunny ears.
Yep. You go to their review section. You leave us 5 stars, 10 stars, hell, 0 stars, as long as you make that motherfucker funny. But again, if you're somebody who's financially blessed, you know what you could do. You can go to www.patreon.com/Gold-Blooded Podcast. That's where, that's how this bitch stays afloat, is by the beautiful listeners who have blessed us financially.
That's how we have the money to get guests like Deebo Samuel and George Kittle.
Right. We got to fly these guys in and shit. Also, again, some of you people who have even more money, go to our sponsor. I mean, the people who keep the lights on here. That's LuckyRoseTattoo.BigCartel.com. You could buy all sorts of tattoo-related treats over there. Dope branded streetwear, as the kids are calling it. Is that what you'd classify it as, Bob?
Yep. And dope. We sell dope, too.
Yo! All right. So that's the particulars.
We should make like a fake item.
Right.
We'd have to somehow get the word out. When you order that, we ship you dope.
For sure.
Make some real fucking money.
Let's do it. This podcast.
Do people call drugs dope anymore?
My father.
Yeah, of course. Do people under 100 call drugs dope?
I think the only thing that's really called dope is heroin at this stage.
There was a point in time when it was a very universal term. You could use it for pretty much anything.
Smoking the dope. The kids are on the dope.
Any kind of drugs, you could say dope.
Sure, yeah.
And you had to
goddamn dope fiends.
Yeah, you had to judge the rest of the sentence to know which dope.
Right. But yeah, no, it's primarily I would never go in a strange city looking to purchase marijuana on the street and say, "Hey, yo, you got some? You know where you could point me the nearest dope dealer?" No, I would expect to get heroin if I said that.
Are we close enough on time to bring in?
Well, he's ready. I see he's been there.
Okay, so why don't we bring in the leader of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
The head of the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm going to step up and let Rob continue this introduction so I could accept our...
A man, everyone that is a fan of not only this podcast but the team should know by name and by face. A man that these wins we've been getting would not be possible without. A man that we would not have a podcast without. And without further ado, for the first time, a live guest on the Gold Blooded podcast.
There he is.
There he is.
We've waited how many seasons? 9 seasons. Here he is.
Mr.
Matt motherfucking Matterson. Welcome, Matt. Can you hear us okay? Maybe we got some technical difficulties. Okay, Matt, can you hear us?
Nope.
No, can't hear us. What do you got, Rob? You think that's on his end or?
No, I heard it.
No, it's on my end.
Oh, okay, there he is.
is.
All right, I was nervous there. Well, we don't have the technical wizard here anymore, Matt. I don't know what we would have done if we couldn't hear you.
Oh, well, I mean, gosh darn bronze skill.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, Matterson.
Leading with a win.
Yes,
Well done.
Welcome
Well done.
to the Gold Butter Podcast. After
Thank
many
you.
a years, Mr. Matt Matterson, you are here.
You've already made more good jokes than Brunskill made in all the years he was here.
in 7 seasons. So yeah, you're hitting home runs already.
And you're maybe one away from Curran.
All right, Matt. So what we went over the predictions there. Curran was the winner this week with 13 points off. And now we're going to get into talking about the game. So I know you're prepared. I know you're ready. So first of all, welcome. Do you have any questions for us coming out of the gate?
Well, not really. I'm going to ask anything as long as while we are talking about the game. That's
Okay.
like how I roll.
No problem. We'll let it fly.
Just to give you a heads up, I'm very fired up tonight. I led this podcast off yelling a lot, which I don't normally do. So it may get a different me tonight, Matterson.
He interrupted me on the intro tonight. So for the first time ever, Rob did the intro. So
I reprimanded
Hey,
I reprimanded the entire fan base for not getting behind me and supporting this team all year.
oh, there you go. I mean, it's something different though. It's nice to hear, Joey I fired up, but Rob firing up on all 4 cylinders tonight is a plus.
Yeah, I kind of lost it. It went a little haywire.
that's all right. Well, here we are. So what did you? So big win this week, Matterson. What was the highlight of the game for you? What'd you think?
My highlight of the game is Elijah Mitchell.
Okay, I like
Because
that.
He comes back from an injury, and he plays solid for 133 yards in this game. Did he run the ball in for a touchdown? I believe he did. or
Yeah,
not.
he had a touchdown. Yeah,
He had 35 yards in the air, too.
yeah, 35
Yep.
receiving yards. Yeah.
168
Definitely.
all-purpose.
And yeah, he's solid. And with the Deebo Samuel injury, I think he's going to have to step up this next week against the Seahawks. And definitely, I'm quite surprised with this. Juwan Jennings, thank you for a few weeks ago, Rob, you corrected me with the pronunciation of Juwan Jennings. Thank you.
Juwan, yeah, it's spelled real funky. So
Yes.
Elijah Mitchell with 27 carries and 5 receptions
Right.
is the most touches by a San Francisco 49er in a football game since Frank Gore.
Wow. That's what, 32?
Yes.
32 touches.
Wow.
With a broken finger, with a pin in it,
Yeah.
and a plastic sleeve over it to protect it.
Yeah, he
That's pretty wild.
to hear every player in the post games talk about, you think it's 1 yard, 2 yards, and then you look up and it's 5 or 6, 4 or 5, whatever it is. And I mean, from a stand, even my wife says it. She could even see it. Like
Yeah.
that guy gets hit, and then he's 5 yards down the field.
It reminds you of Frank.
How does that? It does, but I guess he doesn't look
No,
like
he doesn't
it.
look
He
at all
doesn't
like
look
Frank.
like it at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Did you listen to the Juwan Jennings presser? Did either of you guys?
He's the best.
He is I didn't realize how great he is.
He talks like if one of us got to be on the sideline, how excited we would be.
He's so, but like casual, and he's swearing up there. He's like, I don't give a shit, yada yada. Like, this is
He's
my
just
guy.
happy to be there.
No, good for him.
I'm gonna have to check that out after this.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Right on the 49ers app. I listened to it on the way up, but the video was good too.
Did you get the Bosa one? There was a funny thing at the end of the Bosa one.
I watched it, but I missed it.
Right at the end, I forget what it was, but he slipped a joke in, and with his delivery, no one ever gets that it's a joke. It was so good.
Yes.
But the Juwan Jennings was the highlight of the week for sure.
I agree. Yeah. And I also liked Al. I can't say his name.
Aziz. He's a beast.
Aziz. Yes, I liked his demeanor. He's very, very cool.
Did you hear? They asked him if his responsibilities changed when Fred goes out. And he goes, no, not really. We pretty much, and then he realizes everything changes because he becomes the mic, which means he has the green dot. He's got to play.
He's talking back and forth. Yeah. So he had to backtrack and say, "Well, we always communicate as a team." Yeah.
He might be our best defensive player so far.
He's having a hell of a year.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
Bosa's got some numbers, but Aziz Al-Shaair might be making the most impact on this team on defense.
I think he's going to be the most underrated defensive player that we have on this
and thank
team.
God with Greenlaw out so much.
Yeah,
thank God.
Absolutely.
And the only reason we have any chance of winning this game is because of him, with Fred being out,
absolutely,
and possibly Greenlaw.
And then
out.
for him to not only step up and play honorably, but to excel. I mean, the interception.
And if Greenlaw and Warner both don't play, and then Marcel's in the concussion protocol, I don't even know who the other linebacker will be. We might have to just play dime.
Right, and bring in
Might just run extra
more
corners.
safety.
I don't know.
Yeah. So this game started not so hot. Jimmy was a bit loose in the beginning.
This was the most important game of this winning streak.
This was
the most important game of the year.
Yeah.
This is the game that let the whole entire NFL know that the San Francisco 49ers are now for real.
They're legit. And everything I've read has been saying this is a team that if they get in, you're bummed that you have to play them. This is a team you do not want to play in the playoffs.
That's so weird. Who said that early in the year?
Listen.
Who said that?
Still got to get there, bub.
Who said that? When everybody said, they'll just lose if they get in.
I never said that.
What if they just lose when they get in?
I'm a little bit, as long as they, they keep winning games and get into the playoffs. Yes, I think the toughest team in the NFC, other than the Niners, would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because of of our cornerbacks and their wide receivers. I think that the lack of coverage is the main problem. I noticed it a lot in this game.
Agree, but I guarantee you, if you said to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what team do you least want to play right now? It's the 49ers.
Yeah, sure. Brady's old ass would get fucking stomped.
I think there's not a team in this league right now that would want to play us if the Super Bowl was tomorrow.
Not right now, no. They're playing...
And that's with Fred hurt and Deebo hurt.
And
the mentality that this team has right now.
The one thing is, and I want to say it was in the Juwan Jennings, and they said he said there's still room to get better. And I think that's what's important. They have to go into... They haven't won anything yet, this week coming up is going to be a colossal, Seattle is going to be a real test. That's going to be a hostile crowd. They want to play spoiler. They don't like us to begin with. So they cannot afford to go up there and cakewalk this one.
No, and if a team is going to play us better than anyone else they played all year, it's this team.
It's going to be Seattle.
They might get beat by the Giants and then play the best game in the world against us.
For sure.
That's a thing that they would do.
Yeah, and they just faced a Monday night game against Washington football team last night. So I think they're going to be really hungry for a win against the Niners. So I wouldn't say the Niners should let their guard down with this team in the NFC, the last team in the NFC West right now.
I think that what was really important here was and of course, the TV's got to show Shanahan yelling at Jimmy.
Right.
That happens all the time, and nobody knows about it.
Of course.
I don't know if you listened to Joe Staley this week. He had a lot of funny things to say about Shanahan swearing at you and how he's got a way with curses that makes it very fun.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It was pretty
that.
funny.
Yeah.
Staley also predicted that we won't lose another game.
Wow.
It was pretty great.
What's he
He's
on the
best.
Gold Buddy
He's the
podcast?
fucking
Yeah,
best.
that sounds like something we'd say.
Yeah, he's the best. The most important thing I think here is when it started bad, Jimmy throws the pick.
Yeah.
And we're all like, oh, here we fucking go.
Right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Our dreams are crashing in front of us.
Sure.
We all did it because we've seen it too many times.
Yeah, I mean, I was patient, but I was nervous.
Okay, then the defense has a great stand.
Yeah.
We get the ball back. Mm-hmm. And we're Jimmy, first down, bad.
Yeah.
Second down, bad. And now it's 3rd and 13 or 3rd and 11 or whatever it was. And this is it. Like, it's going to happen again. It's going to fucking crumble. And he hits Brandon Ayuk
Yeah.
with a pass that's got the smallest window.
37 yards.
Ayuk grabs it
Yeah.
out of everybody, and we end up with 37 yards.
He's a third down beast.
And now, immediately I went from, oh, Christ, to, oh, it's on.
Oh, we're in
It's on.
business. Yeah, we're
It's on.
cooking. Yeah, that's what I told Jessica. I said, we're cooking now. And then did they get the touchdown on that drive?
Yes.
Yeah, they got the touchdown on that drive, and then it was on. Then it was a game.
Game on.
Yeah, game on.
And the 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes
Was crazy
is
talk.
that's how you win a football game.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all the people that at the end of a halftime when Shanahan gets the ball and he starts making decisions and everyone starts their boo-hoo-hooing, why aren't we being more aggressive? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? This game shows you why. He wasted 8 minutes to get that touchdown to make sure
that they had
didn't
16
touch the
seconds.
ball.
Yeah.
And they had no chance to score on us. And
Absolutely.
then we turn around and score again, and that's how you lap a team.
Yeah.
So you guys think after that 8-minute drive before halftime, you think that gave the defense some confidence in the second half, causing that interception?
Absolutely.
And
the first drive of the second half is another 8-minute or 7-minute drive with another touchdown. So we put 14 on them, and we're in the lead now. And now the defense is balling.
Nice.
Yeah, the defense definitely picked up steam as the game went. You know what I mean?
All the talk all week, he doesn't throw interceptions. He's only thrown 3 interceptions all year. Yeah, well, make it 4.
What did they have? They had an interception and a fumble recovery as well?
Both.
Yeah.
Aziz had both.
Yeah. Yeah, that Aziz interception was nice. He had to make that happen. He went top shelf for that one.
I don't know who caused the fumble.
Was it Norman?
I hope so. Because he didn't have a great game this game. So
no, I'll check
hopefully he did.
Yeah.
He did cause one that they recovered. He definitely caused one that they recovered.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So then the third quarter happened, and the third quarter was chaos. I've watched a lot of football games, but that third quarter was fucking chaos. It was an interesting one. A lot of points scored. It
was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was.
How about the beginning of the game when they don't start because some piece of shit equipment isn't working? How does the NFL not have equipment working?
Wait, I didn't catch that.
The game didn't start on time.
Really?
Yeah, well, everyone's like ready to start, and there's no the referee's microphone's not working. I don't know.
Oh, right, they ran off the field. Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I had it on mute at that
some
point.
complete fucking insanity.
Let's see. It doesn't say who caused that fumble, but I'll look
Another
into
thing,
it later.
It didn't show out because Bobby G missed his field goal.
Yes.
But getting the ball and putting that game away like Jimmy did.
Yes.
Jimmy put the game away.
Absolutely.
Gold just missed the field goal.
Yep.
But Jimmy put the game away.
Mm-hmm.
He drove the field to get the field goal, and after that 3, that game's over. And
because
the only reason they even get the ball and try to do anything is because he missed that.
Right. Because then if he makes a 3, it's 11 points. It's a 2-score game, right? With it being 8 points, you could still get a touchdown and a 2-point
Hail Mary
conversion,
and
and you're
2-point.
still in the game. Yeah.
And Jimmy put that game away.
Yeah. From the offense, all around, you had 9 guys with a catch. You know what I mean? Phenomenal stuff.
Deebo, again, untouchable from the backfield.
And Deebo untouchable from the backfield. And it was awesome to see the Charlie Warner first down out of nowhere.
Juwan Jennings almost had 2 touchdowns.
Right, what they call one back or something?
Yeah, his knee touched out of bounds.
Right.
That was close.
Yeah,
that was real close.
Very close.
Yep. Brendan Ayuk almost having 100 yards on 3 receptions
and he was getting the moving after the
he's turning a hell of a corner.
Yep.
How about,
I think.
Go ahead, Matt.
There was one mention I want to say on the defense because there was one play I noticed where Kirk Cousins was just comfortable in the pocket, and I think it was a third and goal, and Jet Ski Pop-Tart came out of nowhere and got his hands on Kurt Warner. It could have been a sack, but Kirk Cousins, not Warner. Cousins.
I wish it was Kurt Warner. I hate Kurt Warner just as much.
Yeah, I'm not a Warner fan. Yeah.
I wish he tackled him in the fucking booth.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins threw an incomplete pass, but still, it's like gotta give kudos for on a Jet Ski Pop-Tart for getting a hit.
Yeah, he got him pretty good,
putting
too.
pressure on Kirk Cousins there.
Yeah, the defense, I was pumped to see Bosa get another sack. He's now got 11 on the year.
On schedule, like you said.
And he's right up there with the leaders of the league, too. He's only a couple off.
How about the fact that Deebo has been basically a running back for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And is second in the league in receiving.
And how awesome is it also the 49ers have a 1,000-yard receiver?
And he's been the best running
back in the NFL for the past 3 weeks.
It's fucking insane.
He's the first player in NFL history to have 1,000 receiving yards, 5 receiving touchdowns, and 5 rushing touchdowns in a season. So that's.
Did you see? I mean, when he was in tears after he came off the field, I was like, "We're fucked."
I was very upset.
And then after, did you see him like on the sidelines, like,
giving Elijah
dancing
Mitchell
around?
water and yeah, totally. Then I was like, he's fine.
Did you see him talking to the ref? Had they have the first down markers?
Yes.
And he was talking to the ref about there was like something on the back of it, trying to understand what it said. Like, just a goofball.
I will tell you when else I was nervous. Did you see when Bosa went down?
Yeah.
My heart dropped. Did you catch that, Matt, when he went out for a play or two?
Oh, I was like, no, not Bosa.
Bosa. Anybody but Bosa.
He got a cut on his knee.
Yeah, pretty bad. I don't know if it required stitches, but I know there was blood, so that's cool. It's cool that people are still bleeding during football games.
It was a wild game.
It was definitely a wild game. So
a couple things that I noticed about this team. So the Vikings have been playing good ball. They compared us to the Vikings a lot.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Him yelling at the refs, trying to get a flag on that K1 Williams pass defended. Get the fuck out of here. And the announcer is a homer, too. I don't know who that fucking clown was.
Yeah.
But he kept saying it. Fuck that guy, too.
And their coach,
that
too.
That guy's a cuck.
Did you hear?
No, I'm going to get there. Don't worry.
Okay.
That guy
Take
was
it
a
easy.
cuck.
He's fired up, Matterson.
Whoever the announcer was, some fucking former jerk-off football player.
Yeah.
They kept playing it and saying, I don't see how that's not pass interference. Get the fuck out.
Shut up.
They also, the one thing I will say is I believe Thielen caught that pass that they reviewed. I don't know how they didn't overturn it.
I agree.
I believe he caught
that looked like a catch to me. The only thing that I could say is it looks like it was also on the ground, which...
If it's call on the field, that's
right.
why.
That's why.
If it was called a catch, it would have stayed a catch.
Agreed.
But still, if that was a 49er catch, I would have lost my mind.
Yes.
I
would be. I'd be outside
especially
the
if we
NFL
lost
offices petitioning right now. Yeah.
Mike Zimmer's comments about the Niners getting away with holding is a fucking joke.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke. He's terrible at his job, and he looks like a fucking shitty gym teacher.
What makes it a joke is he's been doing this too long to say something like that.
He should know better.
He has been doing this way too long.
Right.
Like, play better.
Yeah.
You know that's how this goes.
George Kittle told him straight up, I would tell my guys to make better plays.
Yeah.
That's what Kittle told him.
And that's the point. Like, you can't predict what the refs are going to do. They fuck up all the time.
Every game.
So even if all those calls were wrong, you have to overcome them. It is what it is.
It's like the movie Remember the Titans.
Too much of an old guy that's been around too long to say some shit like that. That's how you know how frustrated he was. And I love that.
And well, here's what I want to say about that. Both teams were penalized 5 times, and the Niners were actually penalized 20 more yards than the Vikings. So it seems like it was judged pretty fairly to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Asshat.
I'm sure if those calls were against us, I'd be mad. But
sure.
I'm not the head coach.
I
I'm
mean,
not a fucking grown-ass NFL football head coach.
In the Jaguars, a week before in the Jaguars game, I heard that the Niners weren't penalized a lot in those games, in that game too. So,
for all the other games that they have been penalized, it's nice that we get a break sometimes.
Yeah.
You have something else you want to finish up?
I did, but I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, you know what I'm going to say? Oh, it's that special time, 'cause we got the man, the myth, the legend, Matterson, 'cause he's the beast of the week. All right, Matterson,
All right.
This is you, my friend. You got to go first today.
Well, then I'm going to starting off with the offense, right?
You got it.
Okay, so offensive beast of the week. I was debating Deebo Samuel or Elijah Mitchell. I'm going to give it to Elijah Mitchell because the amount of yards and coming back from an injury, impressive. Deebo Samuel, even though he's out with the groin injury or groin.
Yeah,
Was
groin.
it groin or
Groin, yeah.
yes? It was Fred Warner hamstring. Okay. Yep. So
I think this week's gonna be a clean sweep all around, but
I think it's Elijah Mitchell gets it. Offensive beast of the week.
When I heard that stat that was the most touches by a 49er since Frank Gore,
Yeah.
I knew right away he was going to be beast of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, 133 yards rushing, but then to add 35 in the air on top of it,
Sure.
He's turning into a security blanket for Jimmy. He's there on the check down. He's waiting for it. He can catch the ball over the middle. He can get the yards on the ground. I mean, you couldn't ask for more out of your rookie running back.
Yeah.
The league's going to know who he is by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He's going to be, for all your little fantasy football people, he's going to be at the top of the list next year.
Yeah.
Defense. Did you say?
Well, I just wanted to say in regards to Elijah Mitchell, 5 yards a carry he averaged during this game, 7 yards a reception. Those are big boy numbers. Those are numbers that, if you average those for your career, you're in the fucking Hall of Fame. So he's absolutely on the right path.
I think he's going to put a run on for offensive rookie of the year.
If he keeps this up
he's
and he
gaining
stays
on Najee.
healthy, yes. I concur.
He's catching Najee for yards.
Yes, and I think you're talking about that average stat in the game, Joey. I think that's pretty close to around what Frank Gore was averaging when he was playing.
Sure.
Too, so.
Yeah.
Do they do they do even do offensive rookie, or is it just rookie of the year?
No, it's offensive and defensive.
And then do they do AFC and NFC?
No.
Because if the Patriots put a playoff run, Jones will get it.
Right. Because Nick Bosa won it, the
Yeah,
defensive rookie of the year.
D-Roy, yeah.
Right.
All right. I think the defense is going to be a clean sweep.
Yeah,
Bosa had a good game, but
yeah,
you can't touch Azeez Al-Shaair in this game.
I'm going to agree.
Yeah, same here. They got 7 tackles, 1 assist, and 1 interception.
A pass defended and a fumble recovered. So his stat sheet is long like Dante Johnson's dick. That dick and thing goes on forever. What? What?
It was so easy. That stat sheet is long like Dante Johnson's dick. Dong! Come on!
I don't know.
As you're walking down the path, I'm going, this is going to run. It's laid up for him.
Nah.
He walked into this one.
Nah.
Wow.
I don't see things I don't see things like most people. Yeah.
I love the problem that we're going to have when everybody's healthy.
I don't think it's a problem.
Al-Shaair, Greenlaw, and Warner. I mean, we may run a three middle linebacker package.
Well, here's why it's not a problem. Because to have those 3 guys, you could always cycle one guy off. If one guy plays sideline to sideline on 2 or 3 consecutive plays, then you've got another extremely high caliber guy right there. It may become a problem next year and beyond, but this season it is not a problem.
A much bigger win out of that is if we put all 3 on the field, offenses will be tempted to put one of them into coverage.
Right.
Because that's what you do when there's 3 linebackers.
Sure.
You send your back out wide so that one of them's got to cover them. They can cover.
Right.
We have middle linebackers that can cover.
Fred and Azeez
they can cover.
Can do the damn thing. Yeah, no, I concur. Cover.
And one of the things I admire about Fred Warner's ability is when he sees where the ball's going, he puts effort going to stop where it is. I noticed that last season when he stopped the running back for the Dolphins running it in for a touchdown. He stopped the running back from dead in his tracks.
A couple other things. One Speaking of watching people like that, you know what's a fun thing to watch? Pick a couple plays and just watch Bosa.
Oh, I did it live.
How great
It was insane. I did it.
He misses the quarterback,
Yes.
falls to the ground, gets up, and chases down whoever's got the ball. I love it.
Yes. No,
he puts effort. Yeah, he puts effort in. That's the best thing about
a guy will get tackled 25 yards down the field, and Bosa's right there, on his tail.
I watched him live for a significant part of that game because he's a different speed,
and that is how you get these turnovers we're getting.
Oh,
because when someone does strip a ball out, you've got 5 49ers standing around, and you can push somebody out of the way. You can get to that pile. The other thing I did want to mention is this is the first game that I saw our new defensive lineman flash a little bit.
Yes.
Amenahu.
Same here.
Yeah, he made some noise, especially late in the game. He seemed like he was making, when the offensive line was wearing down, he still had tank left.
Kevin Givens showed out. He had a great rating this game. He showed out.
So I'm gonna
as always, Willie. Trent Williams.
Oh yes. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Trent Williams.
But I have a question here. Do you gentlemen think next season it's time to move on from the kicker? I don't know why I can't think of his name. No? You don't think so?
No. Look at Mason Crosby. That guy's been fucking...
Yeah, but do you think we give up something in the distance department?
No. I think we get the distance. I think that's where he's actually best.
Yeah, but he can't go past, 57.
You say that like it's short.
Well,
who the fuck can? There's 2 kickers that can kick past 57.
I don't know. Well, I want one of those guys.
Who was it the other day? Their guy can't kick over 48.
Really?
Yeah. Was it Jacksonville? One of those teams.
Oh.
The kicker hasn't made one over 48.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, we're not moving on from Bobby.
Okay, well then I guess we're staying right where we're at.
Robbie Gould.
Joey Sly looked pretty good for a couple games there, but
he's
already
hurt.
Signed. I did see that.
Oh, no, he signed and then he's
Then he got
hurt.
hurt,
Yeah. Sorry. Oh.
On.
No, it's okay. Matterson just took his headphones off and ran. I don't know what
Hopefully
happened.
nothing's on fire.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, look at him rocking the T-shirt. I love it.
Yep. I said I was going to wear it.
Look at you.
Anyway, I noticed that our kicker / punter hit Wisnowski stopped one of the kick returns.
He did. He is not afraid to lay a hit.
We did give up a touchdown on special teams.
He was very upset.
He tried to make a tackle there. He just missed him.
He did try. He was not happy with himself. He was bummed.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's why the game looked closer than it was, is that getting 7 there.
Oh, at the end?
Because it felt a little more dominating than 34-26.
Yeah, and that...
If he makes that stop or we stop them on that,
right,
and Bobby G hits that 3,
that's
it's
a
10-point difference.
Game.
It gets a blowout.
That was an unfortunate thing, that kickoff. It just seems like it always happens that way with the Niners because that gave them more hope in the game. That kind of gave the...
Again, it's still one of the things that led to this being the most important win, though, because we won through all the adversity.
Yeah.
And against a better team.
They came back.
Beating Jacksonville, big fucking deal.
Yeah.
You know what makes me the most mad? Those 2 fucking Arizona games.
Oh, yeah.
Those both. The first one was in our hands. That was so close.
Had the lead.
First of all, this team very easily could be undefeated. Every loss was fucking close. Except for the one Arizona game where they fucking beat us bad with Colt McCoy, and that's a joke.
That was a
I'm
going
to say this.
I'm going to mention this one because the Minnesota Vikings played against the Packers the week before the Niners, and they actually had clock control in that game towards the end of the. In the final minutes of the game that won in the game. And they did a better job than the Niners did against the Packers. And then that Sunday night game this season, that one hurt too.
Yeah, that fucking
I forgot. Yeah, that was this year. Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I said it all along until that one fucking week I faltered. This team is going to the playoffs.
Okay.
Nobody wants to play this team. And I'm going to say, you ready? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready for this?
Matterson's ready. We're ready.
I'm not counting us out of winning the division. Tell me it's impossible. Tell me it's impossible.
Well,
it's going to be.
Tell me it's impossible.
It's difficult.
difficult. I agree. I agree.
Okay, hear me out.
We're not losing. We're not losing.
Okay, hear me out.
This team's not going to lose.
The more realistic aspect to that is the Niners winning out. Because
Yes,
the Niners to win
we
the
need
division,
the Cardinals to do us a couple favors.
The Cardinals have to go 1-6 and then 1-5. No, they have to go 0-6.
No. How many games back are we?
It can't be a tie.
I know.
You know
they
that.
beat us twice.
Right. So
They're what? 3 ahead of us? They have 9 wins. We have 6.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to lose 3 games. 4 games.
Okay, so they got to go
so it's not
2-4.
possible. It's possible. I'm saying it first.
Okay. Well, I think
All right.
it's. I think
mean-
they're definitely going to get ahead of the Rams.
Yeah, Rams are toast.
Rob, if you're right, then I will praise you. For it.
So here's.
I deserve all the praise already because everyone jumped off this team long ago.
Hold on. Let me give you the Cardinals schedule.
Okay?
All right. The Cardinals got the Bears this week
Loss.
in Chicago, so you might
Go
get.
ahead, eat without me.
You're okay. They got the Rams at home.
Rams get back on track.
Then they go to Detroit.
Okay, that's a tough one.
Okay, so they're
That's a tough one.
okay. then the Colts come to them.
Okay, Colts are playing good right now.
Yeah. Then they go to the Cowboys,
Oh, Cowboys back on track.
and they finish the season with a home game against the Seahawks.
I'm just saying.
It could happen.
You heard it here.
But if they
You
don't,
heard it here first.
If they don't lose to the Bears, it doesn't happen.
You heard it here first. I'm
right.
also the one that said we were going to be in the playoffs when everybody said we're not.
All right.
Yeah, and the Titans going to be a tough. On our schedule, the Niners schedule, the Titans are going to be the tough team.
And the Bengals too, Matt. The Bengals are playing
Bengals are
really
playing
good
good
too.
ball.
Yeah. Joe Burrow's going to be an NFL quarterback. I think.
I'm glad they moved that game to 4:25. That helps us.
It was originally at 1.
It was a 1:00 game.
Okay.
That helps the team with the travel and
Yeah, for sure.
that 3 hours is big.
Oh yeah.
Prime time would have been nice.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to put on a little show for the country.
We'll take it. We'd rather go in incognito.
What's kind of weird is they moved that to 4:25, and then they moved the game the following week, also, the Packers game, to 4:25. So like they're not doing them all the same distance ahead of time.
Right.
So it's a little weird. I don't
Yeah.
know if they can do. I don't think they'll double flex. Like I don't think then they'll come back and say now it's.
No, I
25.
don't think they
we're
change
out.
it twice. Yeah.
But man,
yeah.
that would have been nice.
Yeah,
One
no,
more primetime game.
It would have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Tennessee game is a primetime game. That's a Thursday nighter.
It is. That's Thursday night. It's the day before Christmas Eve.
That's tough. That's tough to travel on a short week.
That for them, yeah,
That's kinda
especially
bullshit.
holiday. Yeah, that's
kinda
fucked up.
bullshit.
But I
Although,
think the team does well in those
well,
situations.
and you get to play the Thursday, which means you get to have Christmas off.
Right. Yeah.
Not terrible.
And the rest of the week off
Yeah.
because
And then you got a long week
Yeah.
going into that
Not
next
terrible.
game there. Yeah. All right, Matterson. So we're going to wrap up. Oh, do you have anything you'd like to leave the podcast with here?
Well, I'm humbled that you guys invited me on. I'm
There's no
It's
other
unfortunate.
person. There's no other person that would have been our first.
Yeah, no, it was you.
There's
It was you or nobody.
There was
Matterson.
no debate.
Yeah.
There was no debate.
We were. I said to Rob, we're going to try to do it. We got to get one person and one person only. And here
There
he
was
is.
no
How can
debate.
I'm hoping that I made baby brother Curran proud.
Who, BBC?
Baby boy Curran.
Yes.
Well, he won't be back in my prediction because we're not fucking losing.
Yeah, he's not coming back until the Niners lose. So yeah.
All right. right.
Anything? Well, Matt, let's say it was an absolute honor having you. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us here on the Shitty Gold Blooded podcast. And
Next week we have Deebo on and George after that. You were the first though.
yeah, so you really said it. And then we're hoping to get Kyle after that. So
Thanks.
yeah, we'll let those guys know that they're walking in your footsteps. So all right, Matt, we're gonna disconnect there, bud. Thank you again, and we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, Matterson. We'll leave you gold-blooded cucks later. We're out. We'll see you
All right.
next episode.